Okay, here we are in Killswitch. So first things first, you just want to shoot these two tripwires. And then as soon as you pick up this Godspeed swap and just shoot out all these tripwires with the elevate, that'll leave you with one bullet to just come up here and slash this tripwire. So from here is the hardest point of the level. It's the phantom and picking up the elevate from this frog over here. And the way you want to go about it is you want to kind of jump kind of in the first half of this like square roughly, so that you touch the ground early. You kind of want to barely jump over that tripwire so that you can get a grounded phantom off of this frog here. So you jump kind of early on this square, land, and then get a phantom. And the way phantoms work is how fast you can get your slash out is dependent on the fire rate of the weapon you shoot. So say you're going for a phantom with a purify, you'll hold left click, and while still holding left click you'll swap and you'll slash almost immediately because the purify has a really high fire rate. However, with Godspeed, if you just hold it down, you'll see that the slash comes out super late. Now, a way to kind of circumvent this a little bit is you actually shoot a lot faster by spamming left click rather than holding left click. So when you go for a Godspeed phantom, you click swap click rather than holding it down, because the fire rate of the Godspeed is faster if you spam click rather than hold. So when you're going for a phantom, you want to click twice rather than hold, because that slash will come out way later. With that said, it's still pretty tricky. So yeah, basically you want to jump over all of this, and when you land, get a grounded phantom on this bullet. You get way more speed if you wait till you land. It's a little awkward timing. There's not really a way to kind of comfortably do it. But yeah, when you land, try and get a phantom. And then from there, it's really important to turn around and shoot this tripwire rather quickly. So what you're going to be doing is when you get this phantom, you're going to be turning around and getting ready to shoot this tripwire. And then you want to kind of shoot it when you're around like here-ish. And the reason being is that whenever you get affected by a barrel, you get extended pickup range to pick up this elevate. Now, picking up this elevate, if your process with this level is anything like mine, will be a nightmare. It'll feel really inconsistent, and like you'll feel close enough, but you still don't pick it up. But the best piece of advice I can give that I figured out is holding S longer than you think when you do this when you get the boost from this barrel. So I'll try and show it here, but you jump kind of early, get a phantom, and you keep holding S, and that way you'll still pick it up. Now, as soon as you've picked it up, that's when you want to start moving forward in the level. But I found that I was rarely picking it up because I was trying to greed the boost from the barrel too much, and I'd be holding kind of D to go over here before I'd even had a chance to pick up the elevate. So from here, you just kind of want to shoot this tripwire and make it over to this elevate. That was a little sketchy, a little close. You can get a lot of speed depending on where you're positioned on this barrel. So ideally you want to kind of phantom off the very edge to get a good grounded to send you kind of further to the side, because the more in line with here you are with the barrel, the faster it'll be. That's a small thing to keep in mind. Basically, the better your phantom is, the better your line will be here, so it's kind of like an exponential thing. But anyway, when you land here, you'll see this guy will start shooting at you, and his bullet the timing is really nice with when you walk off this ledge to get it grounded. So you kind of want to just run up and shoot the bullet and coyote off of that ledge, and the timing works out really nicely. And then from there, you pretty much just use your elevate rather quick and then shoot out this tripwire. And then yeah, you kind of get the grounded, use your elevate quick, and then before you land you can kind of just shoot out these tripwires since you can't get a bullet boost off this guy. Now from here, there's 6 tripwires in a line. You want to keep the first one and shoot the other 5, which, you know, you have plenty of time to do that while you're on the way over here. Then after you pick up this Godspeed, you want to kind of jump late-ish to land on this tripwire, but while you're doing that, you kind of shoot out this one, and then you kill this tripwire as you jump off it, and then now you go for the ending. So in an ideal world, in this ending, you kind of hit your head on this roof to kind of keep you low, you can shoot out this tripwire as early as you want, but you can also shoot it out later. You have enough bullets for it. But yeah, you're gonna hit your head on this, Godspeed over, and then after you Godspeed, this ringer's bullets will be out. So you want to shoot like 2 or 3 of them is usually enough for Amethyst. And then you can either shoot out both the tripwires or just the last one if you shot this one earlier. So something like this, use your elevate and make the Godspeed across. So I kind of messed up that ending. I'll show you what it's supposed to actually look like. So just shoot this guy, shoot here, Godspeed over, get a few shots off. And if you get more bullets off than that, it'll be comfortable, but that's still within Amethyst time, even with only shooting 1 bullet. So just to clarify, with this jump across here, you want to get a late coyote. If you don't know what a coyote is by now, basically you can jump really late. If you bind scroll to jump, it won't let you jump on the floor, but as soon as you walk off the ledge, you can. So it's getting a really late coyote there. And yeah, as a whole, this level is basically just kind of get a good boost there and then don't mess up the ending. And that's basically it. Just Godspeed across, get some bullet boosts, shoot them out, and yeah, there you go, you can get a pretty solid time. Now, if you can't quite get there with this route, I feel like the record route is roughly the same in difficulty, just a little different. The start is all the same like this, but it's from here things get different. So you do the same as I taught, where you get the coyote, like coyote grounded, shooting the tripwires, except you use your Godspeed through this card here, and you only have 1 Godspeed for the ending. So something like this, Godspeed through here, and then you have 1 Godspeed for the ending. So you farm a bunch of bullet boosts, and 1 Godspeed is enough to make it there. When you get to this part, I use my elevate to get here, ignore that. You'll have an elevate. And the way you kind of want to go about shooting these bullets is you start in the bottom left here, and you kind of need to start shooting, like you'll be in the air at this point like this. But you kind of start shooting in the bottom left a little bit before the bullets come out, because your bullet takes time to travel there. And the kind of shape you make is directly left, and then kind of up and to the left a little bit. So it's like sideways, up left, and that is kind of how you go about shooting around the ring. You want to shoot out this tripwire from back here, because that way you don't have to do it after you get all the bullet boosts, and you can just focus on getting to the ending. And you can see, even with only 1 boost, that's still a low 23. Well, kind of mid 23. But that was with 1 bullet boost. If you can hit like a bunch of those, like 4 or 5, then you can get sub 23, mid 22. And even at the top level, you can get below 22 seconds, which is crazy. And most of that time save is from the boosts at the end. Not all of it. But yeah, basically, if you can make it across the ending gap by doing this, whoops. If you can make it across that ending gap by doing this route, then it's pretty much guaranteed to be Amethyst. Because it requires a certain amount of speed to make it across the gap. So if you reach that threshold, you're kind of like good to go. So one more time. There you go. There I shot about 3 bullets. And you can see, again, that's a mid 23. So yeah, kind of pick your poison. If I had to pick between the two, personally, I find it easy to do the harder route worse than the easier route better. But that's always been my personal preference. So I would go with this second route I just showed you. It's a little different from what I was teaching. But, you know, once you have both of them down, it kind of just feels uncomfortable to kind of go with the way I initially taught. The reason I did is I think it's important to learn that way to get a foundation for the level. It's a lot less to manage. There's a lot more of a like auto scroller type of feel in the middle of the level, which I think is helpful in like segmenting the level and learning it better. But if after a while that isn't working for you, then yeah, swapping to this doesn't require too much rewiring, and it can be extremely fast. Just like that, 23.0. Anyway, with that said, if you have any questions, join the Discord or comment below, and I'll see you with whatever the next level is whenever I decide to make it. Thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.